Hi friends, Stephanie Redfeather, and I'd like to take a moment to share with you why empath activation cards are unique. When I sat down to bring this into form, right, I had the idea for a long time, but what came to me was I wanted this to be more than just an oracle deck, which is great in and of itself. I love oracle decks. I have like 20 or 25 of them. I use them all the time. But I wanted it to be something more. And so I actually consciously created this to be a self-guided initiation into the mysteries of higher consciousness. And let me tell you what I mean by that. I created 44 cards, and I didn't know how I was going to do this until the end. It's so interesting how spirit works. I did not have a clear picture when I started the artwork and when I started writing, but when it was all complete, all of a sudden they organized themselves into 4 stages or 4 phases or steps, however you'd like to describe it. So let me explain what I'm talking about. The book itself, I organized it so that you could actually read through this from start to finish as a self-guided initiation into the mysteries of higher consciousness. And so these initiatory paths, it's what it actually says, initiatory path 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so initiatory path 1 is called healing, holing, and practices for embodiment. And so it kind of starts out at more of the physical 3D human level. And as it moves up in vibrational frequency, the next initiatory path is called light body expansion and tools of mastery over your perception and experience. So again, we're raising in frequency, our perspective is broadening. We go to the initiatory path number 3, and this is called activating higher consciousness, the astral plane, and tools of multidimensionality. So you can tell just by the name and the energy that they carry that we're now working at a higher frequency, expanding out to an even higher perspective. So this final initiatory path in this deck is called Cosmic Mission, Star Relatives, and your power as co-creator with divinity. And so I'm really not kidding that this is a powerful, powerful deck. It's not something that you can use just as an oracle deck, which you're welcome to use it that way every day or once a week or how often it calls to you to just pull a card for the day for guidance or to do a spread. There's a variety of spreads that are laid out here in the beginning just to give you some ideas. But what I really wanted to emphasize is that I didn't just create this to be an oracle deck. I really did create this to be something that you can interact with to raise your vibratory frequency, because each of these cards are imbued with very high frequencies. And my prayer as I did all of this was so that whoever was working with them, whoever was looking at the image, reading the message, was getting their own energetic prescription from spirit, whatever that perfect sequence or activation code is for you. That is the prayer that I held. And so when you work with the messages and work with these images, you're going to get specifically what you need out of it. So if you're looking for something to take your oracle practice to the next level, you might consider going through this when you get it and just setting aside, it could be a number of weeks, it could be a couple of months to go through these initiatory paths and see what kind of experience you have using the oracle deck in this way.